Hello there guys, this is Nicholas Morrison at Forbes Waterloo Toyota, and I'm standing here with the Toyota Tundra, the 2025 model. Thank you very much for watching our video here guys. Please click the link in the description below for your exclusive discount on your next Toyota purchase. Thank you very much for watching our video. Definitely come on down to the dealership, take one of these beautiful vehicles for a drive. It's the best part of shopping is actually getting behind these vehicles and taking them for a drive. Come on down to Toyota and let's get in and go. See you there guys. All of you know the Tundra very, very well. In 2022, it was redesigned to this edition. And since we've gone down to that change, it has been an absolute winner for us ever since. The power increase, the fuel economy changes. It's one that all of the brands have had to make a lot of changes to the vehicle since the emission changes have changed in the world and all of those things, and all the changes along the way. It is still really nice to know that it is still a Tundra at heart, and Toyota has taken this new model very, very seriously. So we'll start right up front with the engine. For a lot of you folks searching at the Tundra, that's what a lot of you guys are going to be worried about. So of course we went from that stock V8 that we had for years and years, tried and true, and we've gone down to the V6 that is in this engine. So across the years, ending in 2024, there actually was a recall that was done on this engine, and thankfully Toyota got ahead of it. They've reissued all of those new vehicles, brand new engines, and since that recall date, which was in May of 2024, moving forward, these new trucks don't have those issues, and if things come up again, Toyota will address it the same way they always do. So I really think that's important to start on right away. But moving through, that change was much needed. So we've got a twin turbo now on the engine, really performs extremely well, offers you a ton of power while also having the ability to really work on that fuel economy issue from the old Tundra. That was a common thing that we got a lot, that although it was bulletproof, although it drove really well, you really had to have a membership at a gas station in hand to make sure that you could always get to where you were going. You also have the option on these new Tundras to either go with your traditional pure gas option, or there also is that hybrid iForce Max option that you can add to it as well. Really increase that bottom end torque and add to that drive quite a bit. But at heart, it's still this same V6 twin turbo engine that's here in this model here. The trim level that I'm standing here with, this is a limited, like I said. So this for a lot of folks is the starting point that a lot of people like to go to. It's where you get a lot of creature comforts, a lot of really nice amenities that folks are looking for in a pickup truck, especially with the price tag that comes with these Tundras these days. But you're really not adding too much top end tech. You're avoiding some of the unnecessary features that a lot of people don't look for. So the limited, I would say overall, is the one of the more popular packages, and it offers a lot of things people are looking for. So I'll try to do my best to touch on those big ones at least as I go along, and we'll talk a little bit about it. On the channel, you will notice in some spots that I have reviewed an SR5 model, so that's kind of our entry level in the cloth side, and then this is the entry level in the leather here on the limited. So right up front, you'll notice they've given you the really big, straight, bold black Toyota grille with that big black logo. One thing that we get commented on a lot is this grille changeable? Some people really don't like the limited option. One thing you'll really notice with the Tundra in comparison to options, and it carries all the way through. So if you're looking at either the SR5 option, or if you're up in the limited, not so much above it, but definitely these lower two, is there's always a stock option, and then there's kind of an off-road option where they dress it up a little bit, and most people like that off-road grille. We get the question all the time. The other one we get is, can you put the Heritage grille on here? The answer is no. In Canada, they don't allow us. Down in the States, maybe you can. That's one we get a lot. I personally do like the off-road grille myself quite a bit as well. Little other things to touch on as well. You do get the parking sensors on this truck, but you do not get 360 camera. So sort of levels to it, but having the parking sensors at least are really nice on the big trucks. You know where you're getting close to stuff, whether you're backing up or forward, especially if you've got a spouse or somebody in the family that isn't super comfortable driving the big trucks. It's really nice to have those proximity sensors to know that nobody's going to hit anything, and she stays pretty for quite a while. And then as you go down, just some nice little touches you'll notice on both sides. That's that air intake right underneath your headlights. I really feel like that dominating look it gives sitting underneath the headlights is really nice. But that's actually your intake for your two turbos on both sides, and pockets in. You'll see the two cavities on both sides with your air filters inside here. So and it's really cool too with the turbo on here. They actually mesh lined it and stuff like that. So they really tried to make it not be a super aggressive loud turbo. There are options if you want to get to that point, but from stock, they didn't really make it a gaudy, over the top turbo. They understand at the end of the day, you guys are driving a pickup truck, and especially up in these upper trim levels, you're going to have some, some guests in there and stuff that you want to keep it quiet. So that's there as well. We'll progress down the side of the truck here and kind of touch on some big points. The Limited is where the 20-inch wheels start. So that's a really common thing that a lot of people really like the 20s. Again, there's the two different looks. The Limited's a little bit of a more classic 6-spoke black alloy. Looks really sharp. And then of course you have that off-road option. And then as we come down, like I said, we do not have the 360 camera here, but these are auto folding. So that's another big one, getting in and out of the garage. It's really important that will auto fold for you. And then coming down, the one thing that is a bigger thing to note as well, and you'll see it all the way through the truck, is Toyota has made the Limited a nightshade edition. So what that means is you've got these black accents all the way around. So our badging, the Tundra, the Limited, the black mirrors, the black wheels, some of those nice touches I think are really, really sharp that most people were paying to put those things on anyway. So to get them factory installed at a great price is generally a lot better. And then we'll come down, we'll show you quite a few things here on the back of the truck. The bed Toyota does a really good job with, so we'll spend some time here. Come along. On the back of the truck here, Toyota does a lot of things from factory to make sure that you're well equipped, regardless of what you want to do here in here. If it's landscaping, if you want toys, or maybe it's just groceries. Regardless, you're set to go. So first thing I'll touch on is kind of the bed here. So you do have the bump switch here on the side of the bed. So if you've got your hands full of gear, if you've got toolboxes, maybe you've got a kid on your hip, it's really nice where you can bump that with your shoulder and it will go down for you. The Limited in 2025, they added the power liftgate as well. So a really nice feature, and some people, if you're not sure why you'd ever want a power liftgate, one of the major reasons is when you have your hands full and you're leaving the truck, is you can also use the knee and pop it up. So sometimes it's not always what you think about the feature, but that's one of the major reasons a lot of people like the power liftgate is actually to leave it. It's a really nice touch there. I really like that they've stamped the Tundra logo right in the truck. A lot of people will go and add the badge inserts, whether it's blacked out or some of the other colors that really do make it pop depending on the trim or the color of the truck. But I really like the stamp logo. I think looks pretty bad. They do give you the 4 and 7 pin connector right from the factory. We do give you a 2-inch, you got the 2-inch receiver with a ball and all of that from factory as well. So you don't have to worry about any of that. And then of course, like I said, wired, all ready to go. In the gate here, you'll see you do have a light, as well as of course you got your backup camera. Lots of tech here on the back. A few little nice points I like to touch on the back here is they understand that you guys are back here working. So they've given you a few little things to touch on. So they've got the full plastic cover along the whole bed. So if anything drops or bangs, you're not touching paint right away and rusting. And then as you go down to some really nice touches, if you notice on the bumper, it's even a 5-piece bumper. So if you happen to drop anything, tools, or somebody boots it, anything, you run into a curb, one of the boys out on the work site, anything like that, it's really nice where you're only replacing a piece. You don't necessarily have to go and drop a couple $1,000s to get your truck back to pretty. You can replace just one piece. So Toyota's thought of some of those little things where we're not asking you to spend a ton of money to keep a truck pretty. I'll open it up here and show you the inside one more time as well. So some really nice features. They do give you the bed cleat system stock right from factory. And if you do happen to add the Toyota OE accessory tonneau cover, it's really nice where they even give the hardware. So the techs will actually lower down your rail system. So even if you do throw a tonneau cover, you don't lose that rail system. Really nice. These are actually weighted to be able to hold weight. If you're tying down an ATV, a snowmobile, any of those toys or accessories, it's really nice that you actually have anchor points with channels all the way along with the rail on the back. So you can move that around and use those for points. As well as, of course, you have all your fixed anchor points as well, all the way through the truck. They do give it to you set with ridges all the way through. So if you want to put 6x6s in it with even a sheet of plywood, you can really break the bed up quite a bit without having to spend a ton of money and take it to an outfitter. They give it to you right away like that, with even the spot here on the wheel well for that extra 6x6 across. As well, another really big thing to touch on. The bed here, this is actually the bed bolted straight to the frame. This isn't a spray-on bed liner. This isn't something that you have to add or pay extra for at the factory or at the dealership. Your truck bed is actually a complete resin material the whole way through. This isn't a spray-on bed liner. This isn't a coating. It's not something you have to pay extra or any of those things. This comes direct from factory, and it's actually a resin material that's bolted directly onto the frame of the truck. So it's really good for wear and tear. If you chip it, anything like that, you're not risking taking that coating off and having to go get it reapplied or anything like that. And one comment we do get, it is a bit slippery because it is that resin material. So Toyota does sell a bed mat that if you do want to throw that in there to give that, that friction back, you definitely can if you're putting groceries or anything slippery in here, toolboxes maybe. But it is really nice that it's there, it's durable, and it's something that's going to last for you a very long time. So I'll close this up here. We'll hop in the truck. That's where you really start to see the differences of the Limited from that SR5. So let's hop in, I'll show you that next. So getting into the Tundra here, this is a full-size pickup truck, first and foremost. So I've got a ton of room. This is a Crew Max configuration on the for the inside here. So I've got a ton of room in the front as well as even in the back. Very, very comfortable for passengers. And here on the limited trim level, this is where you start to get a lot of those creature comforts and really get to a spot where you're in a little bit of luxury at a fairly good price point. So going around, the first thing you'll notice is you do have that Softex seating. Depending when you're looking at this video, in 2026, they're actually finally gonna upgrade this to actual genuine leather from that Softex. These seats, honestly, we get a ton of comments that they're very nice already, but that platinum where the leather generally starts, it really gets it, you know, a little more supple, a little softer. So we're really excited about that the limited is now gonna have that leather trim on the seating, both heated and ventilated here in the front. So you're very comfortable there. And then going through the truck, this is where the 14-inch screen starts up front as well. So the lower trim levels you see on the SR5, they'll have the 8-inch screen here. So coming up to that 14 is definitely a really nice step up. We actually see a lot of people ask about upgrading the 8-inch to the 14, because here in the dash, I believe this one really fits. It fits the lines well. It feels like what should be in this truck. I'm honestly myself not a huge tech guy. I don't find myself playing a lot with tech, but like I said, it really feels like the 14 fits. The map size, the sound system, all of that, it really works well in here. And then it's nice to give you a few spots up above for storage and things like that. One thing that this truck does very well is that storage. So you've got the compartment up top, lots in below here with that phone charger built right into the limited and above, then with lots of cup holders and a really nice two-stage console system here. So you've got trays all the way through with the ability with button on both sides for passenger and driver to get into an absolutely monster console. Some folks, there's different accessories here where you can, you know, make this into a work surface. We see that where people, you know, use laptops here commonly. You have also the ability, you can add locks into here. So if you do have anything, you know, if you're using this truck out in the bush or if you're using it for work and you need to be able to put stuff away, you can do that as well, which I really like. I feel like they've done a good job with that. And then of course, still being a truck, you've got lots of storage here in the doors, water bottle holders all the way through. A nice ability to get what you need there. Luxury standpoint, they start to give you some things here on the limited. So you've got a few little touches. This does have seat memory. So for your driver's seat, you do have that. It also does your mirrors. So it's nice for his and hers, or if you've got a couple guys sharing it for work purposes, they can each set their memory. You've got 2 spots here on the door. So nice little touch for you. And then as you get in, like I said, you've got the heated ventilated. On the left side here is where you've got a few more of your buttons. So you do have the full leather wrapped heated steering wheel. That button's here on the side, as well as a couple other little things. The Tundra, first and foremost, is designed to work. So I'll touch on that a little bit here as a whole. So on the side here, one of the other buttons you have is that ability to auto level the headlights for towing. So if you do have a nice big load on there, you can auto level those, as well as inside the dash here, it's gonna have everything you need for towing. So all your trailer garage attachments. We have quite a few videos on the YouTube channel if that's something you want to learn about. But the big thing is the integration for towing is really good on this truck. And then of course, you also have the trailer brake. So kind of all the stages, you need the ability, just one little note, if you are using a trailer, you also have the ability to turn off some of your sensors so that they're not beeping at you all the time if you've got that trailer hooked up. So they thought of some of those nice little things. Some people ask a really big one is some of your trailer backup guides on some of the new technology using the 360 camera and some of the better cameras. That does come up on the Platinum. So this is where some of that tech comes, but the main thing is you've got your trailer brake, you can auto level them, and the big thing is you've got the trailer garage here. So you're set up ready to go there. One big thing that a lot of folks wish this vehicle had is premium audio. So this one, the Limited does not get premium audio. That comes on the Platinum. And as well, this one does have the spot to add in the 10-inch sub, but the 10-inch sub is not in the Limited. That also gets added to the Platinum. So it's pretty cool that you have the ability, if you do want to add it though, you can play with some premium or some audio options on the Limited. Especially if it's one you plan to own for 10 or 12 years. It's cool what you can throw into the truck. So lots you can play with there if you choose to. And then as you come down into the console here, the last main thing I'll touch on here on the front is this does have all of your 4-wheel modes as well as, you know, your drive modes as well. So you have the ability to switch from 2 high to 4 high or 4 low. You can switch on the fly. That's a big thing with Toyota. You can switch on the fly. It'll give you an indicator if it's available to switch, and that'll flash up on the dash. So if you're in 2 high, going to 4 low, going to 4 high. You can make that switch at any time, and then if it's safe to make the switch, it will make it up front. If not, it'll flash until it's able to. So it's nice, you don't have to worry about it, but in the winter especially, or if you're off doing any off-roading, it's nice to have all those features. And then as well, it pairs really well if you want to do any of the sport mode or eco mode stuff as well. That's all here as well. So it has that ability to really tune that engine, either offering you more power or maybe just to try to save a little extra if you're just, you know, pavement princess trying to get around town and not worry too much about fuel, or not worry too much about getting there fast, but saving a little bit extra fuel. So the last major comfort point in the Tundra, and you'll really notice it here with the lighting, is it's thankfully they do give us the panoramic roof here on the Limited. That's a very common one a lot of folks like, especially in the pickup trucks with how big the truck is, how big that panel roof ends up being, especially for your second row. It really makes it, opens up the light in here. So in saying that, we'll hop into the second row. I'll show you the comfort back there. If you think this is nice, just wait till you see how the passengers sit. We'll hop back there next. So getting in the back seat of the Tundra here, I'm gonna show you a few things before I actually hop in. This is the Crew Max model, so overall you can just see the space. Talking to you, if this was a Corolla, I'd have to be hunched down and everything else. So being a big 6'5" guy, you can tell that this is a truck made for anybody. Inside, underneath the seats here is a major storage spot. So a really cool touch that they've added here on the Tundra. We don't have the ability to take these seats out or fully fold this away, but they did give you a full storage compartment under here. So depending what you're doing, this truck was made in Texas first and foremost. So for guns, fishing rods, any of that, they've actually given you the ability with dividers to be able to store them away in here and actually have them kind of locked away in a nice spot. It's got the holder for shotguns and fishing rods, both of them down in here. So really nice that you have that clean, tucked away, kind of most people wouldn't think about it being under there as well. You do have the ability to also fold down your seats with some of your storage in behind here. So a lot of people put, you know, their jacks, maybe a couple safety items back in here. There's not a lot of space, but a few small things. And then this is that one spot I was telling you about, that if you do want to add some extra custom audio, you could. Like I said, on some models, there's already a custom fitted sub in this spot. So it's kind of cool that they've got the space for it if you want to rattle the seats a little bit for you. I'll get in and show you this seat. They do a really good job here on the Crew Max. Like I said, I've got a ton of room. I'm a 6'5" guy. The one thing I find is headroom a little bit, so I end up just kind of crouching or sliding my butt out a little bit. And overall, I've got a ton of room. I'm miles away from that seat with myself sitting up front, 6'5" guy in the front, 6'5" guy sitting in the back, and I've still got room. I can really even bring my feet out in front of me however I want to relax. I've got a ton of room. In front, we've got all of our charge points as well, so you don't have to worry about sharing with the front. And it's nice on the Tundra, based on the kind of the age of the generation of it. You have a USB 2.0, you have a USB-C, and you still have the 120 outlet as well. So a lot of options. If you're running any accessories, if the kids want a movie maybe, any of that, you have all of the charge ports right here for you. As well, they do get the nice center console, so a couple extra cup holders. You've got more in the door as well, and then of course an armrest if you want to relax. Overall, really good space. You have the ability to flip up one side as well. Your dividers are in this hole here as well. So however you kind of want to configure it, you have a few options. From there, we'll hop out. I'll show you the front, and we'll wrap up there. See you there. So if you're in the market for a new pickup truck, maybe you're not, and you just want to come and test out what the power of a pickup truck can do for you, come on down to Forbes Waterloo Toyota. We're really proud of the changes that we've made to the Tundra, and as time goes on, they're going to continue to really work on refining this to be the same Tundra that you guys are always used to. It's really cool to see the commitment from Toyota, and we've got our back as well, that you've got a heck of a vehicle here. It's one that I really suggest, come on out, take this engine for a drive yourself. Truly, if anybody's going to make the switch, and if you're really going to believe in anybody to make the switch successfully from the V8s down to the V6, we really believe that Toyota's going to get it right. This engine's one I really suggest coming to drive. It's a ton of fun, offers a lot of power, it's smooth, it's quiet, and we're really excited about it. The big difference for yourself, make that decision. Are you after cloth, are you after leather, or maybe something more premium? The Limited's a really good spot where a lot of people settle. It's beautiful, offers a lot of luxury while avoiding a lot of that tech. So thank you very much for watching. You're more than welcome. Come on down to Forbes Waterloo Toyota. Take one of these for a drive. We have a couple here in the showroom. They move very quickly. Some are available, some aren't. Both hybrid powertrains and gas. So again, thank you very much for watching. Please drop a comment down below, like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching Forbes Waterloo Toyota. My name is Nicholas. Take care.